discussing foundations upon which most of the relationships are built.
Join us as we tackle the toughest social issues affecting our community, from child marriages to youth empowerment, and from gender-based violence to women empowerment, from governance to corruption, and, of course, women participation in politics, and other male-dominated industries. We will be discussing it all.
Leah, confessed it in Genesis chapter 29, verse 32. She says, God has opened my womb because he has seen my affliction. But despite that, Jacob did not love her.
Our presenter will guide the conversation, ensuring that you have a respectful and thought-provoking discussion. And you have a chance to join in on the conversation through our phone-in segment. Call us live, share your thoughts, and ask your questions. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of the conversation. Let's talk about it.
Wednesday afternoon, the day that the Lord has made, so that we can all rejoice and be glad in it. I'd like to welcome you all to Let's Talk About It with me, Pastor Pauline. And today I am very, very excited, super excited, because this is the last Wednesday in the month of February. The next Wednesday, it will be the month for the women. Women's Month. And the most exciting part is not only Women's Month, but also Youth Month. So today, we are trying to build momentum on what we are going to be doing next month. We'll be bringing women and, of course, the youth. Yeah. And I hope we could have both male and female youth on this program as we celebrate the month of the women in March, which falls on 8th March, International Women's Day. So today I have a woman in this studio, and we are going to be breaking barriers with the incredible prophetess Teresa Obini, a farmer with a heart to empower ladies. She's here to spark the conversation. And she's not just a farmer, but she's also a former model. I'm spilling out, but some of the things she's going to be able to say. Because, sometimes we feel like, when you're a Christian, you can do certain things. But as Christian ladies, let's go there and influence change. So if there are some things which are not godly happening in there, you go in there and bring about change. So we are tackling the elephant in the room, being the Women's Month. Most of you have heard the notion that women have got the PhD syndrome, and that's poor Down syndrome. But do women truly support each other? And Prophetess Teresa is here in the studio to help us discuss this conversation. Woman of God, come, welcome today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, so welcome.
Super excited.
Yes, so welcome.
To discuss this.
And it's not pride, but I just want you to tell us who you are. Because that's what you are. So when you say that my name is Teresa, you're not being proud.
Yes.
So if you're a farmer, you're not being proud by mentioning what you are.
Yes.
And what you've been doing. Yeah, there's so many things that you're doing, but tell us yourself.
Oh, okay, my name is Prophetess Teresa, as she earlier mentioned. I am involved in many things. I'm a founder of an organization called Alpha, which is a youth and women skills development project.
Oh, awesome.
So it's based in Chilanga. I am married and have 2 children.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, a spirit-filled, tongue-talking woman of God. Yes, who is in business in various industry, in farming and beauty industry. Yes.
I love that. I love that. Women, did you hear that? Did you hear that, CV? Just, and she's being economical when just saying what she's doing. She's many things. She is many things. Yes. And I would like you out there as women, to take a leaf from what she is doing, how she's managing. She's a prophetess. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a business lady. She's a farmer and all those things. So it's very, very very possible to be everything that you desire. And mostly we learn from other people who are doing it, or those people that have gone ahead of us. So, for starters, woman of God, you are involved in so many projects, like you have just been able to say. So you also have a project in Livingstone.
Yes.
You were in Livingstone, and you recently
Livingston.
came back.
Yes, I was in Livingstone last week. It's a foundation which has derived from Rialpha. So I just briefly explained what we do in Rialpha. Women and youth, skills development project, where we train women and youth on farming, give them knowledge on farming. We also make sponsorship on financial aid in the farming industry. We also help them in food processing. So we help them teach them how to process meats and converting it into polonies and Vienna sausages and boerewors. And we also teach them how to produce pastries. Those are samosas, things like samosas, pies, pizzas,
Sausage rolls,
everything, you name it. So anything in the pastry business, we teach them how to do that so that we can economically empower them. We just don't want to give them money. We want to teach them how to make money. So in Livingstone, it came out of the Rialpha. The project in Livingstone is a little bit different in that we are dealing with elderly women, maybe women who do not have enough energy to go to the field and to do what youth can do or younger ladies can do. So but they still want to feel relevant in the community. So we are basically teaching them business skills on small businesses, like managing a cantemba to sell your tomatoes, but you have to build profit and have it to make it into a running business, not a one-time business. So they want to feel relevant in the community. I mean, it even gives them more life. It gives them purpose to wake up in the morning and doing something. And we are actually basically organizing a day where we can draw knowledge for elderly women. They are rich with culture. They want to spill it out to the younger generation, to give them wealth of knowledge concerning marriage, excuse me, concerning things like motherhood and traditional food. People are not knowing how to make their old traditional. You're hiring people now to make your traditional food. So that will be they'll be giving out knowledge and training the younger women. So we want that to be an ongoing event for these.
I would
women.
love to be a part of the same.
Yes.
Getting knowledge.
Exactly.
Like elderly women passing down knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you talked about more like scholarships for those who are intending to do agricultural activities.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're doing that because after the training, we give you a certificate.
Awesome.
Of completion, because there are topics. We do the foundation, and we do even give you practical knowledge. We go into the field depending. Right now, we are concentrating on crops, with specified crops, and also poultry production.
Oh,
that's
very, very awesome. So if you are there, and then you're also doing that in Lusaka, Chilanga?
We are doing that in Chilanga right now.
Chilanga, okay,
yes.
Awesome. So the people, like the young ladies out there who are interested, how can they get a hold of you?
Okay, so we have a social media page on Facebook.
Okay.
It's called Rialpha, just with a big R. Rialpha, you see it there. And you can see the projects that we're into, even the seedling project right now that has taken off, how to grow seedlings and resell seedlings and make it into a business and profitable business as well.
Awesome.
So there are many like crop production, activities and topics that we cover in there. Yes.
Okay, that's nice. So what transpired you? What inspired you to venture into these projects, especially empowering the women?
The women. So for me, I've always had a very strong women surrounding me. My mother, my aunts were all strong, independent women, and it naturally came out I came out like a strong woman. But what inspired me to help other women was when I was beginning a ministry. We used to go for evangelism, and it was very heartbreaking. I would meet women in vulnerable situations where they were not financially, independent, and they would stay in relationship or situation that would compromise their values because they didn't have a choice, because they didn't know where to go. And being financially independent gives you a choice.
We share the same sentiments on that. You see lots of women are in abusive relationships because, given an example, if a lady has got like 5 children without a source of income, coming from a very poor background, and look at this man who is the provider, the sole provider. If he begins to abuse her, what is she supposed to do?
And with no education as
with
well.
no education, exactly.
Yes, that is very heartbreaking. And what she's supposed to do there, it's very minimal.
Exactly.
In that situation, you'll be basically stuck. And if you don't have a support system, it's even worse. I have seen women right now, and it was not normal in before, because all we used to hear about was men taking their lives. But now women are actually finding no way out. And especially if you do not have a relationship with God, you will be the most stuck person. The only thing you can do in that situation is run to God if you do not have a supporting system. But what you can do right now, and you're watching this, you're out there, you can get hold of my organization, Re-Alpha, and they are counselors there. I have gotten in touch with people who are counseling the women pro bono because they also have the passion. It's a group of people who have got the same ideology, the same passion, the same drive, and they have. Counseling is very essential when you're coming from a background like that. And then before we can train you to be anything, you need some counseling, you need some spiritual guidance, and then you start getting healing. After that, we start teaching you something that you are interested in. That is also very essential and important. Not everyone is interested in everything.
Yes.
So there are certain passions maybe you had at the back of your mind or in your heart to say, I've always wanted to cook. If I'm not able to teach you that skill, I'm able to align you to someone already in that space who has already gone before us. And that's the reason why we are networking with other institutions and other organizations and other women, so we are able also to give them responsibilities that we're not able to handle.
And how are you trying to unmask the notion that women are their own worst enemies when it comes to supporting each other?
I've heard that a lot. And fortunately, I've not seen that much, because as I earlier mentioned,
yes, that we are surrounded by a strong.
I was always surrounded by strong, women, strong women, independent women, who were always championing each other. But I like to give practical, like examples. I have encountered that once. I went into an office that we can never mention. And this was a woman in a very powerful position. Of course, we were looking for contracts and the like. And everybody was warning, said, whoa, that woman, she does not like other women. But the wisdom of God and the experience that I've had in the industry and also working with other women, I know how to read the room and to work
Plus
with women.
The prophetic eye.
Yes. And I entered, I excused myself. And there's something that women have been naturally gifted, which is emotional intelligence. People should use that more often. So I'm a woman. I understand a woman even more than any other man. So I walked into the room. I complimented